Hi everyone, this is David from Beagle Home Inspections. Today what I'm going to do is talk about some tools. And on my website, at www.beaglehomeinspections.com, on the blog section, there is an article that I put up there of 15 tools every homeowner should have. Now it's just a basic tool list of what I think you should have hanging around the house. What I'm going to do today is break this up into 3 sections. So today I'll talk about the first 5, then I'll do the next and the next in subsequent videos. This is by no means, a total list or other things that you can have. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you want to take care of your house, which I find a lot of pleasure in taking care of minor repairs and fixing things around my house. So go ahead and get the tools you need for that. But as a basic list, these are the things that I think you should have. Now these tools are they're not listed in any particular order except the first one, and it's a really important one. And let's get started, and this is it, the plunger. I think you should have 2 of them, and I'll show you the other one in just a second. These, inevitably, something's going to back up. Your kitchen sink, your bathroom sink, the bathtub is going to back up. You're going to need something to get that water out of there so you can take apart the stopper and see what's causing the problem and then fix it. You could try some, Drano or liquid plumber or something like that. If that does not unclog the clog, then use this. This one, the reason I said that I have 2 of them is this one works really good on kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, and bathtubs, just because of the way it seals. Now, when your toilet backs up, this one works right. I think this works really well. Just because of the design of it, the way this shapes, it gets into the hole really well. But what you need to remember is when you put this in first, it's full of air. So you need to push it out, push the air out, let it fill up with water, and then add some force to the push after that. And that should clear pretty much anything that you got clogging up there. The second one is a combination wrench set. And it's just a basic set. There's 11 wrenches here. And what I mean by combination is it has a closed end and an open end. The closed end, you use it for the finish tightening a bolt or a nut or to break it loose. After it's broken loose, then you can take this and tighten it up. It's a little easier to slide on, to go into putting this on. The closed end grabs nuts and bolts really, really well. And you can actually apply quite a lot of torque. In theory, if you put this on a nut and it's really hard to open, or you put too much pressure on it to close it, in theory you can separate these points and then eventually it won't hold on your nut like it should and it can strip them. So always use this end. The last thing about this is I think you should have 2 sets. One of them is a standard set and the other one is a metric set. If you can't afford both sets, get a standard, and here's the reason why. In your house, almost everything you use will be standard. What you work on in your garage, like a bicycle or a snowblower or some lawnmowers, they're all metric. So that's why I say you should have 2 sets. If you like to do extra stuff, the metric set comes in really handy. But if you can only afford one, get a standard. Next on the list is what we call slip joint pliers or channel locks. You can see they come in different sizes. And the reason they're called that is on the side here you got these little channels, and these are really good for grabbing something and holding it still. I don't recommend you use these for undoing bolts or nuts or anything like that because it can strip them. But if you need to hold something still, this works really well. Got something big, it opens up. Got something smaller, it's a little bit smaller. And what you want to do is 2 things when you're using these. One, adjust this opening so it fits on what you're grabbing really well. The other end is adjust it so that your handles aren't too far apart. You go to grab it, you can't squeeze them together, you can't put any torque, you can't hold it. So what you do, you adjust this, bring the handles closer together, you can get a good grip and you can apply a lot of force here and hold something really still. Now with that, applying a lot of force here on this, you can dent, you can crack things like PVC if you're trying to hold something still. You can crack it, you can dent it. You can break it. Softer metal pipes like copper, you can dent those. So you have to be careful of how much force you actually use when you're holding something still. Next on the list is what we call adjustable wrenches or crescent wrenches. You can see they come from little 3-inch things up to foot-long things here. They actually go up to 3 and 4 feet long crescent wrenches that you can buy. These work really well if, let's say, you have this set and you only have a standard. You come up with a nut or a bolt that you need to take care of that's in a metric. This works really well. You can adjust it to whichever size you need. You find something you're not sure with, you can't find this, go ahead and use this. But the one thing I think this works best for is when you have your set of open or combination wrench. Let's say you're tightening a bolt and you tighten it, but you're tightening the nut, but the bolt keeps turning. You need something on this end to hold it still. That's where the crescent wrench comes in really well. Lock it down on there, hold it still, and then tighten it with this. That's where I think the best use of these are. Now, the last thing that we have, number 5, is a caulking gun. This is a one-time purchase. You buy one, it's good forever, as long as you buy a quality one. You can buy them for $1.99, $2.99, something like that. You can also buy them for $20, $25. Those you don't need. Those are for professionals that are using them day after day after day. The cheaper ones, you use them, they sit, they get bent, they get twisted. Pardon me. But what you need to do, look around the $10 range, $10 to $12. You can buy a good quality one where the body of it has a thick metal that's not going to twist, not going to bend. And then there's good quality parts down this way and the rivet's nice and strong. Around your sinks, kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, the bathtubs, along the countertops in your kitchen, those seals, they get old, they get worn, they get moldy, they crack. Take them out, replace it with the right kind of seal. You can do that yourself. You don't need to pay somebody to come and do that. Where I live in Colorado, the south-facing windows just take a beating and the sealants around them take a beating also, and they tend to wear out. So you need to check them. If it's cracked, if it's coming apart or whatever, missing, get the right kind of sealant and seal it yourself. We also have hail here, so you have little dents, little holes that possibly can let water under your roof, into your house, under the siding. Get a proper seal. Use this, go seal it up, and you can do all that yourself. So that's, and like I said, buy a good quality one. You never have to buy one again. That's the 5 tools. The first 5. Next video, I'll do the next 5. If you have any questions, you can contact me at david@beaglehomeinspections.com, or you can go to my website, check out the whole list of all 15 tools. If you have questions, comments, let me know what's going on, and everybody have a good day and stay safe.